Hello, and welcome to the Poetry Pea Podcast. I'm Patricia, your ever so dotty host for all things short form. Japanese short form in English, that is. Now today we're having a bit of fun because we're celebrating International Dot Day. Yes, you heard me right. Not Spot Day, not Connect the Dots Day, not even Polka Dot Dress Day. Although to be honest, that might be rather fun too. I don't have one. Might be an opportunity to go frock shopping. Oops, off topic. No, International Dot Day, a celebration of creativity, courage and collaboration, which if you ask me, sounds just about perfect for poets like us. But before I tell you what International Dot Day is all about, and share some original poetry inspired by it, I've got some very exciting news for you. Straight off the press, more or less. Poetry Pea Journal 425 is available right now. In PDF, as always. Because it's one of the best ways I can ensure that the global community can download and enjoy it wherever you are. If you're an ISA or a Buson member, the journal should have magically landed in your inbox already. If not, don't panic, just drop me an email and I'll sort you out. For those of you on the mailing list, you've had your chance to use your early bird discount and the chance to be amongst the first adopters. And so now it's open to everyone who'd like to get their hands on a copy. It's what all the cool kids read. So what's inside? Well, brace yourself for creepy crawly delights, original haiku, senryu and one-line short forms. You'll also find the judges' choices, honourable mentions, and poems plucked from our July and August video prompts, beautifully curated by Linda Ludwig and Amy Watson. Honestly, the quality is outstanding, as you'd expect from the Poetry Pea Press. And while we're on the subject of journals, let's peek ahead to the next one, number 5 this year. It already features poetry that I'll read to you today, celebrating creativity for International Dot Day. And this time, I want your tanker too. As of this podcast, we're halfway through the submission period, which closes on the 15th of October 2025. So if you've not sent yours in yet, don't miss your chance for greatness. What? You have missed the deadline? Well, don't despair. Pop over to the submissions diary because there's usually something on the go. Right then, back to International Dot Day. I'll put a link in the show notes. But if you head over to their website, you'll see they describe it as a day to celebrate creativity, courage, and collaboration. And it all began with a book. I won't spoil the story for you because it's really rather adorable. So inspired by that, what I wanted to do was encourage poetic creativity. I went on to Blue Sky and X and issued a little challenge. And that was to try a Japanese-style short poem, to pick a noun, to write 3 lines about it in the form short, long, short, with a maximum of 20 syllables. I know we don't count syllables, but for a novice I thought that was a good count. What do you think? Anyway, I'll be honest. Not too many poets took me up on this one. Perhaps those platforms aren't the best hunting grounds. Or maybe I should have given a bit more direction. But in the spirit of Dot Day, I didn't want to be too prescriptive and put people off. Would you like to hear the results? Lifeless dry leaves welcome the summer rain with roaring applause. Lifeless dry leaves welcome the summer rain with roaring applause. Narayanan Subramanian. Chair, the place I always want to be, my true home. Chair, the place I always want to be, my true home. Gareth Barsby. And then a couple from people we do know on the podcast. A pebble is an unwritten haiku. Storm Beach. A pebble is an unwritten haiku. Storm Beach. And that's by Jim Young, who, if you remember, way back, way back, almost when we started, Jim inspired us to write poems on pebbles and leave them for people to pick up and read. Summer's End, changing my name to September. Summer's End, changing my name to September. Love Cardio. And the last poem that we're going to hear in this little section is by someone we've not heard from before, Laura Rüttiger. Picture books, words and artwork in tandem touching, hearts changed forever. Picture books, words and artwork in tandem touching, hearts changed forever. Thank you so much to the poets who took a chance and sent me a poem. Bless you all. But between you and me, 5 poems isn't exactly a tidal wave, is it? Especially given the reach of X and Blue Sky. Maybe next year I'll try Instagram. What do you think? Perhaps reels and hashtags and stories are the secret sauce to poetic inspiration. So having dipped my toes into those platforms with, at best, modest success, I thought, how else can we celebrate International Dot Day? And then it came to me, in a flash of inspiration. Can you guess? Flashku. Now, if you don't know what Flashku is, either you're not on our mailing list or my emails have been banished to your spam folder. The cheek of it! Essentially, Flashku is a spontaneous call out for poems that goes out to everyone on the Poetry Pea mailing list. The brief was simple. Pick a noun, write a 3-line haiku about it. A haiku mind, not a senryu. And here's where it got interesting. I discovered that there's still a lot of confusion between the two forms. So yes, I'll be rolling up my sleeves and doing more work for you on that topic. Sorry to those who sent senryu. They had to be discounted automatically, but I think I did say it was haiku only this time. And some haiku were right on the borderline of senryu, so in their cases, we gave them the benefit of the doubt. You might disagree with our choices, and that's absolutely fine. You know where to find me, and I expect honesty from you. Just to be clear, all the poems were read anonymously by the team, so no favouritism here. And with that, thank you again to everyone who joined in to celebrate International Dot Day. If I do this again, and I hope I will, please help me spread the word, get more poets involved, and let's see if we can go from a handful of dots to a whole constellation. Right then, I can hear you. Poetry, please. Off we go. Tumbling inside an icy wave, nightly news. Tumbling inside an icy wave, nightly news. Mary Beth Defer. Mating tree frogs in our living room, the trill. Mating tree frogs in our living room, The Trill. Cathabella Wilson. Always when my back is turned. Leaf fall. Always when my back is turned. Leaf fall. David Cox. Hydrangeas, their slow fade to sepia. Hydrangeas, their slow fade to sepia. Kim Clue. Kim, I'm going to try yet again to take hydrangea cuttings this year. I've tried it, I don't know how many years, and I always fail, but I never give up. Last bottle, deep in the pantry, first fall chill. Last bottle, deep in the pantry, first fall chill. S8E40. Fallen plum, a large gathering of ants. Fallen plum, a large gathering of ants. Govind Joshi. Grapes dying on the vine. Raisin moon. Grapes dying on the vine. Raisin moon. Jan Stretch. Now, I was intrigued by this raisin moon, so I did a bit of Googling. And it's apparently not a standard phrase, but one that does crop up now and again in poetry. And, no surprise here, it means a moon that looks small, shrivelled, or darkened, much like a raisin. I thought that was a very interesting image. Thank you, Jan. After the rain, moonlight fills our footprints. After the rain, moonlight fills our footprints. Shrini. As the moon dies, he becomes a father. Winter Plum Blossom. As the moon dies, he becomes a father. Winter Plum Blossom. Deborah Carl Brandt. I've got a combine harvester passing the house. It's a bit loud. Hope you can't hear it. That's what you get for living on the edge of a city. Backroads, the promise of autumn leaves. Backroads, the promise of autumn leaves. Cynthia Anderson. I find myself among many nouns. Starry night. I find myself among many nouns. Starry night. Ron Scully. Dry crinkled leaves cluttering the sidewalk. Yankees sweep twins. Dry crinkled leaves cluttering the sidewalk. Yankees sweep twins. Richard Bailey. Frigid winds, tundra lichen clings to ancient granite. Frigid winds, tundra lichen clings to ancient granite. Christine Wenck Harrison. I feel cold just reading that to you. Monsoon drizzle, she keeps pouring from a leaky pot. monsoon drizzle, she keeps pouring from a leaky pot. Zara Mugis. Blood moon, a dragonfly darts off the bullfrog's tongue. Blood moon, a dragonfly darts off the bullfrog's tongue. Nitu Yumnam. Dry spell, a light rain of leaves from the tulip tree. Dry spell, a light rain of leaves from the tulip tree. Valentina Rinaldi Adams. So there we have it, our Dottie's celebration of International Dot Day. Now then, a little game for you. Can you guess which poem was the honourable mention and which one was the editor's choice? Go on, have a think. I'll reveal it all in Journal 525. So what's your mission for the week? Well, if you're still in time, and I hope you are, do send us your tanker. If you've missed that boat, don't worry. Just check the submissions diary and see what we're reading next. There's always something bubbling away. Well, nearly always. Treat yourself to the latest journal. It does help keep this podcast going. And if you're feeling extra generous, why not think about buying us a coffee or taking out a membership? Honestly, this old microphone is on its last legs. I'd hate for you to hear me sounding like one of Basho's frogs, reading haiku. That's all from me this week. Thank you for celebrating dots, poems, and creativity with Poetry Pea. I'll see you next time for another poem-packed pod. Until then, keep writing. Meanwhile, I'm off to scour the internet for potential polka dot dresses. Do you think they'll look good on the tango dance floor? Or are they more Lindy Hop? Ciao!